then who wants to regale Kate and Sarah with what the hell we did last week?
Children are evil, don't touch chocolate, we're firing Mrs. Fallon. There you go, done.
Mrs. Fallon is an icon. Why?
She drugged us.
Yeah.
On purpose?
Unknown.
Unknown, but it was
Yeah.
it was the kind of drugs that send you to the Feywild. So
AKA
Yeah,
the
not the
good
funny
shits.
ones.
I mean, does anyone want to elaborate on that?
Was it
I
like
think it's
drugged
funnier if we
wine or
don't.
something? Okay.
We got drugged with chocolates, and then we fell asleep. Wake up in the Feywild, apparently, in some kind of forest, and this child came to talk to us, saying that they lost the bunny, and they want I'll have to apparently find the bunny. And has good persons that we all are, we agreed to help them. But Cain did not notice anything unusual about the child, but Nonus and Anissa did. So
noteworthy, Cain was the one who accepted to help this random child in this forest after saying his name.
yeah. And then we started our adventure to find this bunny, and we walk a lot. Then we come across this waterfall, lake, river, with the bunny on the middle of the lake, being attacked by rabbits. And then we went to his rescue, and battle cutscene highlights, and people almost dying, healing. You guys will love the amount of healing that we have on the team right now, because we almost died like 100 times, and everyone was healing and being back. So
I mean,
no one's gonna die on this game, probably.
you joke that it's a cutscene, but I spent the entire fight doing nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So it was a fucking cutscene.
Listen,
Anissa
sometimes
got
you
paralyzed.
just there for the vibes.
Anissa
Can we
was
just
paralyzed
hand-wave
for like
my-
half the time.
Can we just hand wave my turns and just say, yeah, okay, I breathe.
I think if you're
I don't-
paralyzed, you can't even breathe.
No,
Fucking
you
hell.
can breathe.
Yeah, you just can't
free action.
move, take actions, or speak.
And it was
it-
not only paralyzed, it was paralyzed. She was grabbed too, if that was another thing. It was a lot of control. And then
So you guys went on a
after-
bad trip.
Yeah, that's what I talk. It's not even a good trip. And then after we done with them, the child revealed themselves to be actually a monster, a Feywild monster.
A Glabrizu in particular.
Yeah,
Like a succubus, but for people who want power instead of sex.
Yeah.
and they try to. We try to like kind of make a quote unquote pact with her. And well, we might or might not have some help when dealing with River later on, but
More specifically, Nonus went, look, if you, do you want to keep this rabbit or do you want a fun little doggy?
we can make a trade.
So, Nonus made very real, or very much known that this is not a guarantee, this is no pact, this is nothing to say anything other than we will try and give this rock that you want us to give to River so you can peer into his soul or something.
Yeah, and we saved the bunny, and now the bunny is an NPC that could potentially help us too.
Yeah, you know, just a fellow who's lost to time, had no idea about who the Emperor was, is like 150 years trapped in this Feywild zone or creation of this being.
Yeah, so basically you had a really short, very nice nap, and when you woke up there was an extra dude in your living room.
Yeah, we're just collecting all the misfits into Davina's mansion.
So there's gonna be a point where I'm gonna be like this in a hotel, but I guess I'm not there yet.
Hey, this dude's pretty cool. He has bunny ears and he can fly with them.
He's actually shrunk the bunny ears like into his head at the moment. And he's
To look
so
human.
visibly he doesn't. Yeah, visibly he looks like
He just
human.
looks like a regular bloke.
Yeah. He's gonna leave the weird lookingness to to Cain.
That's fair. We only need one freak in the party so far.
Period.
So whilst whilst the three of them were having a nap, Dolores, I assumed, would be continuing to help out in the kitchen, enjoying the company of the servants, and Davina would be keeping her sister company.
I mean, yeah.
Wouldn't have even noticed anything. It's too busy doing
Too
cleanup.
busy being a surrogate parent for my orphan sister.
I should have added a parentification clause in the consent form.
Even if we're just sitting here bickering, Davina is gonna take full credit for this. Because my brother's not here, and it's a slight snub to him.
Well, the ball is in a couple of hours, but you guys might have heard some, Dolores, you might have heard some very confused sounding conversations coming from the lounge. Davina, your drama sense is tingling.
Something cool's gonna happen? Okay, let me just, how's my sister looking? I know she was sick recently. She's healed, right? She's all good?
She's been healed. She's sleeping currently.
Okay. I will do a quick check of the windows, and then I will leave. Fucking windows.
The windows are all locked. There's still daylight outside as well, which is always a bonus.
Yeah, I mean, the werewolves, but also, yeah, okay, cool.
Dolores is gonna politely excuse herself, dry up her hands, and then go check on everybody in the little sitting area.
And what have Nonus, Cain, and Anissa been up to in there?
I think we were just having a conversation and might have just been wrapping up. If I remember
Knocks
from
on the
last time.
door.
Guys, you hear a knock at the door?
Come in.
Dolores then like creaks the door open a crack, is just like peeks in, is just like, sorry, I thought I heard some noises. I was just making sure everything was all right.
It is now, but thank you for your concern. You don't have to knock to enter the lounge.
I didn't want to just barge in case there was something important happening.
At that exact moment, I barge in, using the other door.
The mistress of the abode. We have brought back another guest. I do hope that these intrusions do not displease you.
Another guest. Hopefully it's royalty. Someone rich, powerful.
Rich in
No?
knowledge.
Single.
Well, if none of those other boxes are getting checked, why do I care if they're single?
An individual who's very rich in knowledge, untouched by time. They've gone to catch up on current events and
Untouched
past
by-
events.
Please tell me you didn't kidnap a child.
Can one be a child if you have been trapped for 150 years by some fey creature?
Probably.
From the other room,
kind
you
of
just hear a
questions are-
shout, "Egads!"
He appears to be a
Alright.
fully grown man.
It does sound like
Does
an
anybody else have a drink
adult
in their
man's
hand?
voice. I doubt it.
Yeah.
Dolores has been working in the kitchen the whole time, so no, she would not have been drinking.
Okay, I make myself a drink using my mage hand, and then I take the drink with me as I peek out to follow the sound of the egads. Iris!
Yes,
Where are our
mistress.
guests?
In the private library.
Goodness. What is this, a college?
As you enter into the private study, before you is a very tall, slender man. His back is currently towards you, and is nose deep in a book. It's just, what a brilliant military tactic that is. I wish I'd met this fellow.
Machiavelli?
Lupin Lapin turns to you, shocked. I haven't gotten that far in my reading. No, this Keegan fellow. Well,
I look at the spine of the book,
it's
and I go,
a
"Ugh."
complete history of Emperor Keegan Versailles' life. Seemed like a good place to start. But the man will stop, close the book, just dump it back onto the shelves before sweeping himself into a very deep and gracious bow. I apologize for not having the pleasure beforehand. My name is Lupin Lapin.
I am Davina Hepburn, mistress of this house.
It's wonderful to meet you. And he stands and walks, tries to shake your hand.
I hold my hand out as if I'm expecting him to kiss it.
He will read that and will kiss your hand.
Okay, so he's not totally socially inept. Nice.
I do apologize if I am intruding upon your home, my dear. Your friends helped save me from quite a sticky situation.
Oh?
Well, I was trapped in the body of a miniature rabbit, and I was the plaything of devil for quite a few number of years. Electricity, that's a new thing. Yes. War, the Empire, it's all a bit
Well,
new.
war is quite old, based on my understanding.
Not the type of war that this fellow had been waging.
Oh yes, war machines, acts of mass destruction. Certainly, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Is it are there any other new people to meet? I would like to show my thanks to your whole what do they call them these days? Squad?
We prefer the term commune.
Are you? Oh, I mean, I was under the impression you were already familiar with my companions.
I have met Anissa, and I have met Cain, and I have met Nonus. Is
Well,
that all?
the family lounge is just this way. There are other residents of the house, but they are not to be disturbed at this time.
As you wish, my lady. Hello again, friends! I have been just reading the most riveting book about this Keegan fellow. You were right to say, to start with him. Oh, comfortable seats. Oh, I'm so sorry. He steps up and walks back over to Dolores. I did not see you there. My name is Lupin Lapin. And you are?
That's okay. It happens quite a bit. I'm Dolores Hearthglow.
Well met, Dolores. And we'll try and shake your hand.
Yeah, she'll put out a rough hand to shake.
Are you certain you would not like to sit with the rest of us?
I'm good right now, thank you.
As you wish. Any friend of my rescuers is a friend of mine.
I think it's too soon for Dolores to be labeling anything as a friend right now, but that's primarily just from a joining standpoint.
Oh, you are quite correct. I've been reading over the biography of this Keegan fellow, and I have not found a single mention to the ones above. They really have not been seen in all this time. It's strange.
You don't mean the gods?
No, you're not the gods. You see the gods all the time. Winged elves, big ship.
Interesting topic, don't you think?
Back in my day, they were a common fairy tale.
Wait, we have airships. Do you mean literal winged elves?
Do you remember the time we went to hunt the lighting? What was it again?
Lightning elemental.
The lightning elemental.
Yeah. The light elemental on the top of the mountains. But before that, we encountered those two wing figures that were like in some kind of ship, flying ship. This is what this fella is talking about. They seem to be something else, some kind of fairy tale.
Yes, we
This is
refer
the
to them
first
as...
time Dolores is hearing about it.
God, yeah. We refer to them as the ones above. They live in a very, very large airship. It's the size of a city. But we don't really know much because those who meet the ones above never live to tell the tale. Until you.
It does seem odd. One thing that we'll have to investigate later on, perhaps.
Of course, you all have some engagement to get to rather soon, do you not?
Oh, is that soon? Should I go get changed?
Yes.
Sorry, I must have gotten caught up in the scut work. I'll be back down in a bit in a moment.
I do hope you will have some fun there. In the meantime, I will keep reading if the mistress of the house consents me to use her library.
Just leave everything in the condition in which you found it.
We have an accord. No. It is... Oh, sorry, Cain.
And may I ask you about your long-term plans for, your new life?
I suppose eventually I'll make my way back home and see what has become of it. But right now I'd like to acquaint myself with this new world.
It's for the best. Although I would say to not get your hopes up, even though it seems like you're quite enthusiastic about the world, is far from a good place.
I will temper my expectations accordingly.
Great.
After all, there's one thing that I know in life is that change will always happen whether you want it to or not. You must embrace it.
I look to Nonus because change again. Like, oh, don't start talking about change. What time of the day is it?
It's like 4
What?
p.m.
Okay. I guess we should start getting ready to head out.
Don't let me keep you. I will simply return to the library and keep reading. I want to learn more about this automata. They sound fascinating.
Oh, and by the way, um, this might be a stretch, but if at some point anyone invades the mansion, I hope you can deal with them.
Oh. I trusted that you saw how my mace dealt with those rabbits.
That's precisely why I'm asking. I know you can hold yourself in a fight, per se.
I will not let you down, dear Cain.
I appreciate it.
He stands to leave, bows to Davina before doing so. I wish you luck in your evening. Farewell. Goes through, shuts the door afterwards. He wasn't raised at a barn. The time is marching forwards. And the ball will soon be upon you. I presume the rest of you get changed as well? Or gussied up in some way?
I think I spent all last session figuring out outfits. Last time I was here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I get my special outfit.
Green
Then
dress,
it's just
slit up to the knee.
prestidigitation.
Fair.
I just
Yeah,
take the south.
Dolores is fully dressed, and by that she means like in her nicest clothes, and by that I mean she is dressed up in like the least common looking clothing she has.
Oh, you might want to change a little bit. I know it's a formal event, but we are expecting to engage in combat.
She
At
is
some
still
point.
wearing her armor. It's just
Oh.
that she's not like, in the nicest like looking clothing, or she is, and then this is the nicest clothing that she has.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that the Witcher, but with a silk shirt. That's what I imagine when anybody from D&D says I like dressing up.
It's not even silk.
It's just nice linen.
Yeah, it's not. It's just not like an animal wool. It's like an actual like plant-based fiber that you would think like a more kind of like upper lower class a commoner would probably wear.
Well, I don't think our guests expect anyone else besides Davina to show up wearing fancy clothing. So I think we're good.
How long will this event be? I only have the robes I wear on a normal basis, but I can always make myself look a bit different.
I don't think we would enjoy the party because I expect we're gonna use the commotion of the party to go back to the basement and deal with our friend.
And I shall support your endeavor to the best of my abilities.
Do you guys want to finish getting ready and head out?
Mm-hmm.
It's a short walk away. It's being held over at the manor that you've visited a few times now. The evening is beginning to set in, and the air feels quite peaceful. You arrive at the manor and are greeted by a pair of servants stationed outside who bring you through into the ballroom. The stairs have a herald, it seems, standing at attention. He looks at you, he turns, shouts, Davina Hepburn and guests!
I felt like a very
Amazing.
front-loaded guest to direct like right at us.
How many people look at us?
A couple. You see a table far away, or a couple of people whip their heads around. There is a member of security who seems to show a particular interest in you.
Which member of security?
No, that sounds about right. That sounds about common.
no,
for,
I'm curious which guard this is.
If you can't see, it is your favorite detective.
I wink at him.
And towards the back, a couple of you recognize from your time in Rolane the figure of Emmeline Oram, who whispers over to what looks like a Fire Ganassi or possibly an Asimar, someone who's glowing with something quite righteous. And they begin to whisper as each of them looks towards you.
When Davina was announced, can Nonus have prestidigitation to create like some sparkles in the air
Absolutely. That will make
to
some
really
of the
make a grand entrance?
it definitely makes some of the like common folk less well-known nobility, I should say, that are also already gathered for the ball look and just go, wow.
Ooh, ah.
Indeed. And as you walk down the stairs, Jacques Satan will approach you.
Hell no.
I'm afraid I cannot allow you to pass any further until you have given me your weapons. They will be
Good sir,
returned
do
to
I
you
look
as you
armed
leave.
to you?
Not you, of course, but your retinue.
Oh, sorry, I should have noted. Dolores purposefully left like any of her weapons behind.
Okay.
Mainly because she doesn't use them, so to her mind, she doesn't actively add it on unless she thinks, oh, we're gonna be going directly into the wilderness or something. So she just has her shield.
Okay. The shield will be allowed. Jacques Satan is looking in particular at Anissa, who undoubtedly has her longsword strapped to her back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's decorative.
Yes, I'm sure it has decorated many corpses. I'm afraid I would have to ask you to put it aside.
Sir, I am offended. And I make a big show of being offended.
I apologize, but this was a request made directly to me by the House of Reed.
Ooh, I'm going to politely ignore you.
Worry not. I will offer you out my ritual dagger. And Nonus will make a big show of unhooking the sheath from his hip, and it's just this very plain looking
It's like a
dagger that he
steak
offers out
knife.
in both hands.
That is a start, thank you.
I
do
expect
you
it
mean
back
when
in
he's specific?
mint condition.
Of course, it would just be over here on the table, and when you leave the room, you will of course get it back.
What did he mean when he specifically said ritual?
Some of us are magic users, you know?
Yes, it's almost
you
like
literally do cast spells as rituals.
it's almost like Nonus
Well, I
has
don't
already
think-
announced that he's a magic user as he entered the room. Unless you want
It,
to.
it could be another type of ritual.
I mean, also
Like-
there's there are very different gods than what we worship in modern day in this. So it could be this is my knife that I use for my ritual purposes, for my religious purposes. So
Every Sikh carries a ritual dagger for those types of purposes.
Mhm.
And he will directly look at Anissa now and just say, "You are, of course, welcome to ignore me, but I will be forced to inform the Reeds."
Why don't you just
Well,
let it
Carl-
slide this one time, friend?
Call Gwendolyn, and she'll probably tell you that it's okay.
D'accord? As you wish. Your table is over there. Enjoy your evening. He will walk away with one ritual dagger.
I will mutter just loudly enough above my breath about new money, and then walk away.
As you approach, you guys see the majority of the fair have also been invited and are sharing the table next to you.
I want. Do you reckon that lady sitting with Emmeline is her lawyer? The one that got her out of the jail?
You can roll a history check if you like to identify that lady.
Mm.
I don't know who that is, right?
You know who that is.
I do.
Yeah, you know who that is. Oh, nice.
19.
You don't have to
Oh,
whisper
it's-
those, by the way.
Yeah, it was. From last
Illustrate
week.
death saves. That's right. Rabbits got them down to death saves where a vampire didn't.
Mind you, that vampire got absolutely ganked.
He really did. I've never known a vampire to die from walking through glass.
That was really funny. That was really fucking funny. I have to use that spell more. Anyways.
Yes. So 19. The individual across from Emmeline Oram is not a lawyer, it is Solar Tempest, head of the Smiths Guild, and reportedly the second in command of the Guardians of the Earth. AKA quite a big deal.
Can I actually start whispering to my companions and do that thing that people like that usually see like wives do to husbands at like fancy parties and like tell them everybody that I know in the room?
Oh, for sure. You can name drop to your
Okay.
heart's content.
But I'm gonna do it in a way that's really rapid fire and probably unhelpful.
You know, like the Ionatis, and the Merryweathers. You know, one of their family members he used to represent the sun, and he was always in with the wrong crowds.
Ooh, I dated him. That was a mistake. Look at him. He hasn't even buttoned up his cuffs.
He's not
That's
quite as
embarrassing.
hot as you remember him being.
His mother's letting him walk around like that? Okay. So much for mama's boy.
While you're like mid-stream, Eckhart from the table over you. I don't know if you can see the nameplates that I put. Okay.
Yes.
I thought because it's probably
Yeah.
going to be a fair few people that would help out.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Eckhart will kind of lean over and go, "Hi, y'all. Where's that feller that got Mr. Snuggles?"
Oh, fuck. The bird.
Or is that him and he's just grown a little bit since last time? You must have been feeding him quite well.
No, unfortunately, he's gone on a little adventure of his own. Struck out, all independent-like.
Oh, well, bless his heart.
Yes, yes.
And how is Robot doing after our little adventure?
Brobot is doing fine. Hello, friends.
Hello there.
Greetings.
He's actually going to leave the table. He was just kind of like standing at it, so all you could see was just like his eyes and above, really. So he'll walk over to you all.
Somata.
Yes, I am Brobot. I have another name, but no one uses it.
Oh, what is your other name?
It is 01100001.
It's robot and binary.
It's the letter R in binary.
Oh.
Well, I
It's just
hope
the
you
one
have.
letter.
I hope you have fun in the last adventure, and well, you seem to have fun.
I
And
had
we want
lots
to
of
thank
fun.
you. That's great.
Hello, new friends. I have not met you. Dolores,
Oh
you've
yes, everyone
finally met
introduce
someone.
yourselves to robot.
Dolores has finally met someone who's on her eye level.
Hello, my name is Dolores.
Hello, Dolores. My name is Brobot. I am a
I'm
bro,
the-
but I am a robot. Brobot.
I am the scholar known as Nonus. It is a pleasure to meet and acquaint myself with one such as you, robot.
You have not met my kind before?
Never on a personal level.
Oh. Have you met them at a formal level?
More of just in passing than getting to know and introduce anything.
I do hope that my... What do I call them? They are not
Kinsmen?
companions. Kinsman is a good term. Kingsman. kingsmen. I do hope that none of them gave you any trouble.
Not at all.
That is glad. Sometimes people use people like me for war, and we cannot help ourselves, and it gives us a bad name. One time someone threw coffee on me because an automata had murdered their parents. It was cold.
The name of the individual? The name and rank of the individual?
The coffee was cold, not the name.
No, and now I'm saying give me the name and the rank of the individual.
I'm afraid I did not ask.
Next time, just save that information. Maybe someone will want it, you know?
What will you do with it if you had it?
You don't need to worry about that, robot.
Okay.
Okay, heart emoji. Yay!
Robot is too pure for this world.
I mean, literally. But I would ask, why are you all here? I'm not saying I am not happy to see you. I am ecstatic, but confused.
We have been invited to this wonderful event.
Yeah, I attend parties like these all the time.
Yippee! I am processing extraordinary amounts of happiness.
Is his Nvidia graphics card updated enough for that?
Not mine. It's like 7 years old. He's definitely got RTX on now.
Oh god, no, turn it off, robot! Smoke just starts coming out of Robot's ears.
It is nice to see you all again before a troop leaves this city.
Oh. When are you guys leaving?
In 2 days. It makes me sad, but it is the reality of living in a traveling circus. The circus travels.
Where do you intend to go next, or do you know that?
I believe that Master Vincent said that were going to Thescron, but it is bad now, and it would kill me. So we are going to Apreberg. And make our way south from there.
That
Here's
is...
the map.
Sorry, out of character. That is quite a trek, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a fair trek. Normally you'd have to go through Thescron to get to Apreberg. So they'll assumedly hire a boat or something.
Oh. I'm originally from Apperberg. Perhaps I could give you a letter, and if you're ever in my hometown, pass it along to my family.
I will gladly do so. What is your hometown? What is your family?
I'm from Orlet.
I believe that we are going there.
Oh, and we see Cain doing a little version. I'm going to be right back.
How's Cain doing?
You see, before he leaves, a little bit of like, when you mention all that, he kind of go like more pale than usual, and then sadness, and then he leaves.
I don't have parchment here, however, I will be sure to come by and visit before you all leave with my letter.
I will do that. And what is your family do? I just give the letter to the first pigeon I see, or what?
What is the deal with airline food?
Well, whenever you get to all that, I'm sure you'll be able to find my family. We do stick out.
Okay. That
I
sounds
believe-
strangely non-specific, but okay.
I believe what Nonus is trying to communicate is that there's a strong family resemblance, so you should be able to visually identify.
I hope so. Robot looks really confused.
Brother, are you able to tell the difference between myself and Nonus?
I can.
Robot, are you face blind?
I can identify human from aarakocra.
Perfect.
I am worried I would just give it to the wrong aarakocra. Do you
You
not
can
have family
determine.
name either?
I'll write a name on the front so you can ensure.
That pleases robots. Anyway, I should probably get back to where I was just standing.
Just standing.
I will see all of you later. I think when the nobles arrive, there will be food. I've heard that's nice.
Brother, I don't think you can eat food, but
That is why they did not leave a chair for me.
Would you like my chair?
That is sweet, but it does not change the fact that I cannot metabolize food. I just kind of exist.
Well, still, it must be better than standing.
I don't really have a sensation in my legs. I just kind of am. But you can describe food to me. That would please me.
Oh god. Okay. Dolores is going to spend the next 20 minutes describing food.
oh god! Davina says that out loud.
Great, we've got an
What
average
god are
chapter.
we?
We've got an average chapter of a George R. R. Martin novel coming.
No, it's a
God are we
no. This is
exclaiming to Davina?
These are the Tolkien chapters. I'm describing.
Oh, God.
The Hobbit.
No
feast.
songs, please!
I obviously worshipped Orion. Orion.
Sadly, I do not have any musical proficiencies.
Good. How's Cain doing?
I think after 20 minutes of talking, guys talking, he'll be back. He'll be like better. But I want to attempt to play the piano like last time.
You can attempt to
Kinda.
play the piano.
Oh no!
Gotta
Last
get this
time
man
was
away
okay.
from the
Last
piano.
time I was okay.
sorry, I knew what you're gonna do.
Dude, that should not be playing.
Let's see. Okay. 18.
18's pretty good. You've graduated from 3 blind mice up to chopsticks.
I'm playing like a really, really, really old song. I don't know if anyone would recognize like a song that maybe I learned with my partner back then.
I mean, I feel like I'm a bard. I probably studied music. I might recognize this.
You're a bard and you're a noble. You definitely remember the classics.
Would it be something that I could have heard in the tavern, or would this be like too niche of like a music?
I think the circles that Cain would have heard it in would be tavern-like. I'd say there's a chance.
I would say it's more like how to say, like small town kind of music, not like classic or anything. It would be like, to be honest, Nunu would be more easily to recognize the tune, if any.
Okay. It's quite regional then.
Yeah.
Where is Dolores from again?
Dolores is from here.
So she probably wouldn't have heard it then. But Davina would have, based on education and the circles she runs in, and Nonus would have heard it because of Orlats. How does it? Is it funky? Is it sad?
I think the original version would be like romantic and nice, but like subtle, like with nice music to sing, play. But King is like playing a sad version of a nostalgic version.
How would Nonus react? This is it's quite a regional song. It's not the most prominent way it would have been performed, but it is performed quite competently.
You just kind of bob along. Not really saying too much to the party.
Davina, critiques on the style?
I think there's like there's definitely like point of time her like placing the song, and then kind of looking at it and being like, it's a shame they don't have live music already playing here. So she starts actually critiquing the party.
I'll just play like one time and then I'll go back to the table.
Fair enough. Anissa, are you standing this whole time as well, by the way?
Yup.
Fair enough. Just on guard.
This is a noble ball.
I don't think Anissa's French.
On guard, yeah.
Took a while.
Yeah, just not saying anything, looking around.
Dolores still describing food to Brobots. Who's
Yes,
just...
when the food gets out, Dolores is still kind of just like using her like knowledge working in the kitchens of the tavern to just like explain like flavors and texture and all that.
You kind of have to end up relying on describing it like akin to colours or sights in order for it to be translated to what Brobot can experience, I'd say.
Yeah, giving a very kind of synesthetic, kind of like sensational description of it.
And he's just hanging on your every word, uncharacteristically quiet. And after a little while, the herald will step aside, clear his throat, and announce the coming of the guests of honor. Who will walk down and take their seats at the head. Gwendolyn will remain standing as the others sit, ask everyone else to be seated as well. looks over at Anissa, doesn't bother.
Smart.
Thank you all so much for coming. I can only describe in simple words how much it means to me to have your attendance here today. Let's enjoy dinner. You watching something, Sarah?
No?
Oh, just weird music came through on your mic for a sec.
Oh, an ad popped up.
Fucking ads. And without further ado, dinner is served. And she will sit down, and as soon as she says dinner is served, from this side door over here just come a swarm of servants. 7 of them have large roast chickens. One is placed on each table, and then more come with an array of different side dishes. There's a lot of roasted and sautéed vegetables. There's thick, creamy mashed potatoes. There's pork crackling, delicious sourdough rolls. Flagons of wine are brought as well. It is a feast.
So I'm gonna do something, and I'm gonna try to do it as subtly as possible.
Oh dear.
Just because I'm sus. So I have like my Doot magic flute, which I just always have on me. And it has like all of those once per day spells, the DOS flute spells. One of them is protection from poison, and I can only cast that at like the base level. I think I don't think it can get cast for multiple people, but I'm going to cast protection from poison on myself.
Fair enough.
And it lasts for an hour. So hopefully that will last through dinner. Just in case. This is a high stakes situation.
Understandable. Anyone else?
I mean, I'm not touching the food, so I suppose that's mine.
Yeah, I don't touch the food either.
Dolores,
Nonus
should've-
already has like it has started just pecking away at a roll.
it's sort of like rude to like turn down food.
Yeah, it is.
So-
It's rude and awesome.
So Dolores will be partaking in the dinner.
I should have prepared purified food and water them.
Dolores, can you
Whatever.
carve that chicken? I don't want to hold serving utensils, so.
Oh,
Can you,
yes,
can you carve me
of
up some?
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dolores will deftly carve the
Ooh.
chicken to serve. Did
Okay.
you want white or dark?
That's fine. And then just starts like daintily eating with a fork and knife. Continental style.
Yeah, Dolores isn't eating daintily, but she is still utilizing utensils, but you can tell it's very like working class how she eats. Which is to say that she doesn't like aim to go for like airs or anything. She just like takes like mouthfuls at a time instead of like going for a slice here, a nibble there.
Mmm. That is not the gift I intended. But yeah, with Davina, it's very much she's putting on a show of like, look, I'm eating, and I'm doing such a good job of it too.
Can
Praise
you roll
me.
me a performance check for that, please?
Absolutely.
Damn, that's some good eating. Like, you look like you've been eating all your life.
Start making adult conversation around the dinner table. Like, when I was 3, I learned how to hold the fork like this. It's really not that. You just kind of like let it rest naturally in like the center of your palm, or you could eat like that. I suppose that's fine too. Clearly not fine based on her tone.
Oh, you can be a barbarian. That's fine. It's not like my social life is at stake by hanging with you guys.
Well, we have 3 levels of etiquette so far. We have the fine dining upper echelon. We have the eat food normally, kind of like.
And we have the people who are refusing food. Oh my gosh.
And then we have Nonus.
And we have Bird.
Burb. I think Burb is above refusing food. Like,
So it's still worse to refuse food than to peck at a breadcrumb, a bread roll.
I mean, I was trying to be pretty subtle as I cast that spell because it's kind of rude to be obvious. I mean, it's not rude to think that people are gonna poison you at a party, but it's rude to be that obvious about it.
I don't know. Is it rude to pull out a flute and play a little ditty quietly before you eat?
It doesn't mean that I have to play it, but also, I could have been subtly hinting that they should have had music at this dinner, which I know they should have had.
The way I've seen the bard unique magical items is that the music is like part of the spellcasting, like via bard. It doesn't just like give you the innate ability. The innate ability is inside the instrument, and as a bard you have to like unlock it via, playing it as a focus.
Well, I mean, Davina casts a lot of her spells because she's an eloquence bard, like her whole thing is talking. She usually just talks
that's
shit.
the difference. Your spells versus the instrument spells.
Yeah, I see it the same way as Gate here.
Oh. Well, yeah. Then
So
I was purposefully playing the flute a little bit before dinner. Wink, wink, guys. Like, maybe you should have had music at this event.
It's perfectly passive
Just
aggressive.
plays an E flat.
Anissa, you notice from across the table that River Reed is giving your table some not very subtly aggressive glares.
Cool.
Just
Nonus kind of like lifts his head up and leans over. Do you think that's because I'm eating as I am?
No, I think it has to do with priority choice.
Oh, is that the one that we're after?
Yes.
Say it loud and honest.
And then he just goes back to pecking at a bread roll.
I mean, if there were music playing, you guys could plot to your heart's content and it would be drowned out.
Yeah!
I'm sure the clattering of forks and knives, it's not like Nonus is just yelling out loud.
Yeah, and there is like a general murmur of conversation going on as well from all the tables.
So I'm cutting my meat kind of at River, but then I give River a look that could easily be interpreted as like is she glaring at me or is she eyeing me? And
No,
I really want to mess with him.
Considering how we're seated and where you chose to sit, it would very obviously be you have to physically turn all the way around behind you and glare at River that way.
It's okay, I'll just move seats. Fuck with this guy.
You just pick up your plate, move to the head of the table, just so you could side glance over at Reed.
Honestly, I anticipated you sitting at the head of the table the whole time. That's why I put a seat
Me too.
there.
I was wondering, it's like, oh wow, Davina actually humbled herself and went for a side seat.
Sure.
Right, so now you can kind of see them through your periphery, but you can twist yourself around a bit.
I mean, these chairs do have backs, but yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like if I angled it the right way when I sat down, because I'm obviously seating myself,
Anissa
it would be
doesn't even
okay.
pull out the chair for you. Wow. In response, River Reed, it will just watch very obviously as you put a piece of chicken into your mouth and then wink at you.
This fucking guy.
But you don't, as you swallow, you digest, you don't feel any urge to, say, roll an advantaged saving throw against poison. So it seems like he is just fucking with you as well.
And I do that thing, like, the first time I see him take a drink of his wine, I, like, raise my cup to him and, like, give him a little smirk. Just to fuck with him.
Don't forget, you also have spells that can change the flavor of things, if I recall correctly.
I actually don't have prestidigitation, but other people can do it. If other people want to make his wine taste like it might be poisoned, here's your chance.
Yeah, I have. Well, prestidigitation is touch, I think.
It has a semantic component, but you don't have to touch the thing.
Oh no, it's a 10-foot reach.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it's pretty short ranged. Yeah.
Missed
Oh, well.
opportunity.
Yeah, Dolores will finish the meal.
Imagine using meta magic to distance spell prestidigitation. Just to make someone's wine taste bad.
I'm here for that level of pity.
Unfortunately, none of you are sorcerers, so.
I do have meta magic, but I don't think that's one. I
yeah.
I don't have distance.
It's not
'Cause I have the
one
feet.
people usually go for. But yeah, it's just anyway, the food is really quite delicious. The skin of the chicken is crisp, lightly seasoned with lemon and thyme. The meat itself is falling apart, all the vegetables cooked to perfection, and you feel almost so full that when the detritus of the main course is cleared away and you are each served an individual chocolate souffle. Some of you might end up panicking a little bit looking at this decadent treat.
No, not Dolores. She goes for the spoon and then goes for the souffle.
How does it taste?
Well, it's very soft. It's like a down-filled pillow.
Ooh. Like an owl bear?
Yes, I suppose. Though I
Yes?
wouldn't know how soft an owl bear would be.
They are soft. My friend Eckhart has one. Yeah, everyone that is eating tucks in to the souffle, I suppose.
Yes.
And who isn't eating, by the way? Anissa and anyone else?
Nonus would refuse the souffle. He has had a bad experience with the chocolate within the last 24 hours.
It's like 3 hours
He will just
ago.
grab a second bread roll and just start picking away at it.
The servants tried to take the bread rolls away from you when they'd cleared off the plates, the table from the main course. They really tried.
No. Please stay.
They literally are not paid enough to give that much of a shit as to whether or not you eat a bread roll. So Anissa and Nonus aren't eating the souffle. Anyone else?
I'm not eating it too.
You're not eating it either. Okay.
I'm gonna eat it.
It is really, really fucking good.
Yes. Gonna take this opportunity to make inappropriate noises also at Riverine. I really want to fuck with him.
Oh, okay, what kind of are we doing, like when Harry met Sally level?
Yes.
Inappropriate?
I mean, it's not quite that level, but it's enough to like that I would have plausible deniability of like this is just a really good souffle.
I would ask for a second performance check.
Okay. Hold on. Natural 20.
Do you want to describe these
Ooh.
noises?
You know, it actually is when Harry met Sally, but everybody's into it because I rolled a natural 20.
They are like a couple
They're like,
of...
I'll have what she's having.
Yeah. Oh wait, I do have what she's having. A couple of them are like a bit weirded out. They're like, she really fucking loves chocolate, dude. And River Reed in particular looks uncomfortable, like, I know this is pointed at me and I don't know how to feel about this.
Suffer.
You can see he's willfully trying to ignore you and continue the conversation with their brother and cousins. But just can't, and you see Rivery just trying to tell this anecdote and has to start over about 3 times because they're just getting really distracted and their minds all jumbled up.
Okay, now guys, sneak attack, sneak attack. Kidding.
The sneak attack specialist is out of
Yeah,
commission.
I know. If only.
We can,
by the
try
way-
and have our fun.
Which side of the mansion is this ballroom, man?
It's actually dead in the center.
Ooh, okay. So I assume like this leads to the river wing.
Sorry, you have to. Yes.
Okay. And how is the security? We never checked that. Like, how many bodyguards are? Like-
Detective Jacques Satan is there. What more do you need to know?
Yeah, we can. It's okay. It's fine. We can minor illusion a wall if we need to. I'll never notice that it wasn't there before.
It's right in front of him.
This was not there before? Oh well. To actually answer your question, the main entrance through which you entered is flanked by a couple of guards in plate mail. And you hear from the balcony above there is movement indicating that there are people kind of patrolling up there as well.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to mention, but Nonus would have taken that gem, and wrapped it in like a handkerchief or something and have it on him.
Oh, no problem. The eating portion of this ball has ended, with servants coming around to collect the mostly eaten souffles. And at that point, Gwen will step up, announce freedom to mingle, and will ask her cousin, Arlo, who is the head of the Carpenters Guild, and he has come here from a different city just for this party. And he begins to play on the piano.
Finally, music.
And there is actually some music playing, in case you want to get in on that. Yeah, now you guys are free to mingle, talk to anyone who you wish.
Can we use the music and the people talking to like is starting to plan.
You can do whatever you want. With the
Okay.
eating finished, Robot will say his goodbyes and walk all the way over to his table.
Who
5
has
feet.
the best ability to sneak things into people's pockets?
Unfortunately, I don't think my armor quite allows that dexterity.
I
I
mean, if I
think-
put something in somebody's pocket, they're gonna know.
Well, you gotta have more faith on yourself. I mean, and I'll whisper, you got a detective notebook pretty easily last time.
That is because he is a moron.
Well, I don't think River is much above him in intellect. We could go talk to him, try to make a distraction, and you can work your charms, your seduction. I'm sure you have plenty of those, and slip the gem on his pocket.
I could also persuade magically.
You know, why don't I go and distract him, and somebody else puts it in his pocket while that is happening? Please tell
And
me
who-
somebody else has the ability to do that.
I'm not the most dexterous, but I have a potential.
Okay, I gonna. How much time guidance lasts?
10 minutes?
1 minute. I think you would. Yeah, Cain will cast guidance on Nonus just before they go talk to River.
Cool.
Okay, I will wink at Nonus and leave you with some bardic inspiration also. Those two things are not mutually exclusive. You can use them on the same roll if you need to.
I don't have anything.
And then I'm going to get up and walk past River Reed in such a way that it would be rude for him not to ask me to dance.
What, are you like walking in like a seductive kind of manner? Like,
No,
look
I
at how
do that
much I
thing
can
where,
move.
I'm acting like I'm going to talk to my brother, and then I like accidentally bump into him, and oh, sorry, I didn't see you there.
Of course you didn't.
You're just a little bit shorter than I remember.
I'm
I love
sitting
your
down.
I love your hair though, the way it's cut. How do you get it cut in the front like that so that it's going back on your forehead?
With scissors.
I'm commenting on his receding hairline.
It's like 30.
I'm fully negging him right now.
Why do you always flirt with the bad guys?
I'm in the bar. It's in my contract somewhere.
Yeah, he just glares at you. I got it cut with scissors at a barber.
Looks at it for like a really long time. I like it. No, I like it.
I didn't ask for your opinion.
You're right. You know, you should have had more of the souffle. It was fantastic. That would have put you in a better mood, I think.
Yes.
You're much handsomer when you smile.
Shame that there's nothing much in the room to smile over. A mutual acquaintance told me how you rejected him after our last meeting.
Oh?
Yes. Well, came to me quite upset, but I found him quite armless.
Well, some men just can't handle protection. What? Why? Sorry, things are popping. The group chat has distracted me. I'm okay now.
Yeah, she does that to me too. Nonus, you want to do what you came to do?
Indeed, Nonus will have gotten up and kind of have moved around a bit, kind of nonchalantly as he's walking by. He has the handkerchief in hand and just attempts to slide the gem from the handkerchief into like River's trouser pocket.
Please roll me a sleight of hand check.
Can I give assistance by by distracting River?
I have incorporated that into the DC for this check.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right.
Oh my god.
Well, I have guidance,
yeah.
which is 1d4.
You also have a bardic.
Oh my god! Bardic said d8.
The Bardic's a D8.
Woo!
Okay. Is this being rolled against a perception check, or
Yep.
is this against a DC?
It's against a perception check.
Okay, I will silvery barbs, and the silvery barbs will just be me like leaning in and showing off my cleavage a little bit more. To give
Make him roll again.
disadvantage, and you can roll again.
Or do you say anything in particular as you flash your rack?
And I just fix his collar, and I go, I'm a little sad you haven't tried to persuade me, get me to reconsider.
Okay, so he has a wisdom modifier of +2.
Okay.
He initially rolled a 7, which ended up being a 9, so...
You would have failed.
So yeah, Nonus, you would have just failed. Anyone in the class want to risk a guess as to what I just rolled?
A
A natural one.
A natural 1! I am not lying!
And if
Dice
you
tell stories.
if you want to, Nonus, you can also. I would have given the advantage to you if you would want to have rolled advantage, but
Just based on the chain of events, I've already rolled,
Yeah, I would
so
have.
I can't really use the advantage that's given for
Oh,
a spell
that's
that's
true.
used in reaction to that.
then I will give it to myself.
And that's how you can tell a Magic the Gathering player. You understand the stack. The gem is in his pocket. And you know what? Fuck it. He rolled a nat 1. You get to take a key out of the pocket too.
There are 17 keys.
Oh my god.
It's just the one
Stop.
key, actually.
Yeah,
Look,
just reaches in the talon just as it slides in trying to guide the stone, just accidentally nicks a key on pulling back.
River's view is currently filled with breasts, so he does not at all acknowledge or react to what you're doing.
What can I say? I'm just a little disappointed, that's all. No one knows how to woo anymore. It's all, if you don't do this, I'll kill you. It's ridiculous.
But in response to what you actually said to him,
Yeah, and then Nonus just walks by.
Nonus, you are going to have your wrist grabbed and stay where you are. I'll just complete with
Yep.
Davina first. Riverreed will say, I don't beg to people that clearly don't want to be a part of my organisation. You made it obvious which way you lied last time that we spoke, and I'm not interested in fools like you. Please leave.
I just, because he's sitting and I'm standing up, I just look down at him and I just said, shame, you would have looked good on your knees, and I walk away.
Whoa! Nonus, your wrist is grabbed as you pass by the table. Emmeline Oram stands, looks you straight in the eyes. You think you're a sneaky little bird, don't you?
I am not sneaky nor subtle, nor have I ever claimed to be.
It's interesting to say from someone who goes around fiddling in other people's pockets. Give me what you took, and I won't tell the guards.
I took something. And Nonus kind of looks down
Ooh.
at the key. Huh. It must have just been barely sticking out of the pocket. You know, these talons. With that, he will hand over the key, not wanting to cause too much of a scene.
Emmeline will just sweep it into her pocket, and then the grasp on her wrist will transform itself into a handshake. And she'll say more loudly and more obviously, "It's so lovely to meet new friends all the time."
Indeed, indeed. Scholars such as myself must always be invigorating themselves with more experiences.
Oh, a scholar! Are you familiar with my works, perchance? I am an author of some renown.
Would Nonus have read?
I think there's quite a possibility, actually. Her works have been pretty popular in recent times. They appeal to quite a lot of the working class people, and therefore it might intrigue you as to, why they think how they think, and why her writings have helped to spark the Guardians of the Earth movement.
That makes sense. Nonus would also probably be more of, wanting to investigate other ideologies, to challenge himself on his own, to see if they are better, that he should change to them.
You found a fair amount of her arguments quite persuading. She advocates for change, social change in particular, and how that it must come from the masses, not given to them by the few.
Why, my eyes deceived me. I did not realize we were in such esteemed company.
Oh.
Your works are quite interesting. As a man of change myself, I cannot say that I will be the spark to the revolution. But it is interesting to see you push for such things. It is as the creed as the creed decrees. Change is certain, and it will breed innovation.
It is so refreshing to hear another person say such things. Have you met my comrade, Solar?
Have not. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Nonus, a scholar and instructor at the college.
Solar will curtsy slightly to you. I am Solar Tempest, head of the thieves. Sorry, I literally slipped. Head of the Smiths Guild in the city.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance. With that, Nonus will make a semi-formal bow. It seems he does kind of understand formalities, but just chooses to ignore them most of the time. Well, I will not interrupt you lovely ladies any further. It was a pleasure to make your acquaintance. However, I'll return to my table and not take up any more of your esteemed time.
As you wish, it is lovely to meet you.
With that, he'll take a step backwards before turning. Careful to keep his wings tucked in to not hit anybody as he will walk back over and take his seat.
In the meantime, Gwen and Clara have been doing the rounds, talking to some of the tables, and they will come over to you as well. It is so lovely to see you all here. Isn't it, Gwen dear? Gwen will nod. Yes. Thank you all so much for coming. It has gone quite easily.
Well, we are honored to be invited to this special occasion.
You know, one of the merchants at the table that we just spoke to even spoke of some kind of belt that could help my situation. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
Yeah.
Oh, they do exist. I thought
They
he was
do,
just
yes.
kidding. But
I
Enough time. Sorry, go ahead.
I stood them in the in my field back in the day, but yes.
that's something I shall have to look into. Did you all enjoy the food?
It was delicious.
Rolls were immaculate.
Yes.
As well, given enough time, I'm sure somebody will come up with magic to help with your situation. The ability to change oneself is a beautiful thing.
Oh my god, of course the Traveller would be a trans ally. I mean, they are literally a they them as well. Oh, yes, it's going to be an interesting journey, but I believe that's why people like me exist, so we can partake in what the gods do. Change, create.
Indeed.
I'm afraid I must make my way around all the tables before people start getting too drunk or too annoyed by my cousin. Have you met the troupe from the festival?
We are already acquainted with them, actually, but yes, we have spoken with them.
Wonderful. They are very colourful individuals.
Agreed.
Anyway, please enjoy the party. We will see you later.
Thank you.
And the pair step away, and after a little while, you hear Brobots shouting, "New friend!"
Brabant is too pure for this world.
I know.
If anyone pours anything on Brabant during this party, so help them.
After, I'll go for it.
Davina,
Mhm.
would it be wise for you to talk to your brother and ask him to keep an eye on River if he somehow leaves and we cannot follow them?
You don't know that my brother has a sharper eye than we have. And I do see him speaking with the detective over there, which honestly worries me, so I'll be right back. just me to myself, like, buddy, I told you not to talk to these people without a lawyer present.
Don't worry.
Elias!
He's not ACAB, he's AFAB. Assigned French at birth. Ah, sister. Have you met this man? He's hilarious.
I mean, I've laughed at him before.
Your sister and I are well acquainted. I investigated them for a crime. Did you commit it?
Come on, Elias.
Ah, and he gives you a knowing nod of like the, oh, you definitely did that shit. kind of look.
You're being so immature.
I'm not immature, I'm just drunk.
Oh, good. So we're deciding to talk to the police while we're drunk now. That's smart.
You're a policeman, you never said. I'm pretty sure that my police uniform and well, you didn't know? I did literally just say that I investigated your sister for a crime. How could you not put... Oh, because you are drunk. Mert.
Yeah, I really don't appreciate you taking advantage of my brother. He's obviously in a vulnerable state. You should be ashamed of yourself, honestly.
I'm not taking advantage of anyone. I was standing here and he started asking me questions about the weapons that I have confiscated. Laughing at my beard and the way that I talk.
Your beard. No, I like it. I just...
Careful you do not go too far on that. Every dwarf has a beard and every dwarf is proud of their beard.
Sure, no. I'm sure you groom it very well.
Is it not obvious, madame? And he runs a majestic hand through his beard. It looks fine. It looks a bit wiry. It looks like it needs a brush. But when doesn't a big old beard need a brush? It's like headphone wires on steroids.
Well, anyways, I'm here to rescue my brother before he vomits all over you, so goodbye. And I grab Elias's arm and I
Yeah,
I'm
Jack.
like, turning him away.
When you put it like that, Jack Satan is not going to stop you. Where do you take him?
I'm bringing him back to our table. He can't be trusted anywhere else right now.
He'll sit where it
Kind
is.
of like, I shove him into that seat, so he's kind of cornered between multiple people.
He just looks up towards Anissa, quite worriedly. Brushes away some of the breadcrumbs all over the table.
Yeah, it's actually a good idea. Servant, we need some rolls over here. We'll soak up some of the alcohol in your stomach. What are you thinking?
He looked funny. I wanted to talk to him.
Were you even thinking?
What is your problem, sister?
You know, I am so upset. I am lost for words, and then I spend 20 minutes berating him.
And he's just gonna repeatedly and like deadpanly respond to you with, "You are not my mother." Like it's a mantra he's telling himself more than you.
Meanwhile, I'm doing the best impression of our mother that I've ever done in my entire life.
And you have done that impression before a lot. Okay, so while you're berating him when you actually wanted to ask him to do a thing, what does the rest of the party do?
After like I've beaten him down appropriately, I'm like, can you even stand up straight? Can you even draw your sword? No, you're useless. He's useless to us, guys.
Why would I bring a
You have
sword
four.
to a dinner? And what is straight?
With the proper posture. Set your knees wobbling.
Being straight doesn't sound that fun.
Make a 4 with your legs.
Today's the day you decide to come out of the closet? Really?
A look passes over him that is like, fuck. He says
Oh,
something
come on, like
to
I didn't know. I've known for years.
he's trying to put his hand over your mouth. But he's doing it about like half a foot away from your face. That's where he thinks your face is right now.
Come on, with the kind of buttons that you wear on your cuffs, you think nobody's noticed?
I don't know what you are referring to.
Okay, sure.
Look, did you bring me all the way over from the funny man just to be a shit to me again, or?
Actually, I was going to ask you for a favor, but you're far too inebriated to help me. So you're going to sit here and hopefully not die and hopefully not vomit on anybody and embarrass the family.
Inebriate. That's a funny word.
Dolores, do you have any, I don't know, magical abilities to
Sober him up.
get rid of? Yeah.
Ironically, he counts as being poisoned right now. And if you hadn't have already cast
Buddy!
it on yourself,
Ah!
Generally, I would just say, chew some ginger roots and lay down until the morning.
Yeah, I was hoping for a more immediate solution. But thanks anyway.
Really all that needed? This buffoon can... sorry, esteemed family member. Can he really help us?
When
Oh.
he's sober,
I can
Yes,
absolutely
but-
help you.
Elias. Remember the code of chivalry. You live and die by that, remember? Rolls eyes.
Yes, of course. One devotes their life to.
Yeah, just keep
And he's
reciting
just
that.
nodding off.
I just don't think it's a good idea to waste that kind of stuff, especially simply for drunkenness.
Mm.
After a short while of all of this, a shadow falls over the table as his knight, Sir Austin, has come over and stands next to the table. Has my squire been troubling you, my dear?
Well, you know that he always troubles me, but I believe that is a brother's duty.
I think
He's
I
definitely
should.
deep in his cups.
Yes. Come on, Elias, dear, let's get you to bed, huh? And so Austin will just kind of like, will put a quite friendly arm around Elias's back, just help him up. He's quite gentle in doing so. Good night, everyone.
Good evening.
And the pair start to walk away. It's slow going, so Austin seems to be making sure that, he gets where he's gonna get safely. And wants to try and preserve as much dignity for Elias as he can. There's definitely a look shared between them, though.
Oh yeah, they're. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Nobody comment on it. Davina knows.
Sister knows when she's just met her brother's boyfriend.
I've met him before,
Yeah, but now you know.
and he's never looked at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I know.
And look at you, you know.
Yeah, I'm like,
Apartment complex. I actually find it quite simple.
Road work ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does.
I hope it does.
The squire gay for his commander. Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah, they're just, they're just really close
Oh my god,
because of
they
the
were.
squiring.
Oh my god, they were squad mates.
I thought he started the squaring because of the thing, and not the other way around.
Look, sword fighting can take multiple different forms.
Not gonna lie, I thought of that, but I was unsure if it was appropriate to say.
Well,
Meanwhile, me sitting here trying to like not use the word sword swallower, like I'm cool. I'm fine.
So, which is the blade, and which one of you is the blade, and which one of you is the sheath?
oh my god, Dolores, you
can't
can't
ask
just...
that. But it's obvious. If you can't figure it out, you don't deserve to know.
So not only do you have impeccable gaydar, but you also have bottom dar.
Listen, when your brother's a bottom, you just know.
How is River doing?
River's making the rounds, chatting to some people, seems to be doing fine. Decidedly not looking over to you guys.
Really?
Honestly, would not have been surprised if my brother got drunk specifically so that what would just happen would happen. I would not be surprised.
You think he's got like a...
I think he's
Being
fully
rescued
fully
king.
bratting. Yeah.
So, what you're saying is he learned it from you.
Listen, if you think I'm a bottom, you're kidding yourself.
Shit, you Davina law just dropped.
She literally just told Riverweed that she would like to see him on his knees. Like, nah.
That makes you dominant. That doesn't mean you're a bottom.
No, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Saying you're kidding yourself if you think she's a bottom.
You can be a dom bottom. Power bottoms exist.
Yeah. Period.
You know what? That's real. That was power bottom erasure.
And tragically, they were both bottoms.
So when's this rock gonna kill River?
Yeah, seriously. How long does this take?
he has
Wait for him to just disappear out of fucking existence and just in a whimsy little pop.
Yeah, talk about that. We probably don't want to be here when that happens. do
Yeah,
we?
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, but we don't know like what triggers this. We have no idea about this gem, and Nonus was not in the realm of identifying it because he wants nothing to do with it.
All you know about the gem is that it enables the Glabrizu to see River. And a reminder, Glabrizu like people who like power.
Yeah, that sounds like River.
Yep, they like not killing them, specifically.
So, I wonder when our Yabrizu friend will show up or do the thing.
As River kind of starts walking away from the group that he was talking to, you see hands fall to the side and his fingers brush a pocket. You see there's like a... That doesn't feel like what I put in there before. He looks up to all of you and then begins to, not quite subtly enough, hastily exit the room and go towards his chambers.
Oh, oh, oh! Is that a gem in your pocket, or are you just happy to see it?
Images of him on his knees flash through your mind.
But he
I
doesn't
guess.
have his key. How can he get into his room without his key?
He needs his glasses.
I think that's our cue to follow him.
Yeah. I mean, do we want to follow him? Because that's gonna put us near to whatever's about to happen.
Well, we have to make sure that he's ceased to exist.
All of us
Look,
get
if
up
we
and
are
have
going
to
to
use the
trap
bathroom
him
at the
for-
same time.
You know,
Trap him
what?
in there. We at least should ensure that he is properly trapped and will never see the light of day again.
Okay, well, I'm too
Oh.
eye-catching to follow him out of this room without people noticing, and I can't be the last. With the Jacques right there, I can't be the last person seen with him, so I have to stay here.
Oh. Of note as well. Would Nonus know this little tidbit that he probably isn't going to die?
Yeah.
Of note, I am not sure if you care or not, but if things play out the way that we have set them in motion, he's not going to end up. And then Nonus will drag a finger across his throat.
But he'll be removed from the equation.
Indeed, for... Well, we did save Le Pen. It only took about 150 years.
I'm fine with that, honestly.
A friendly
At
reminder,
least.
if he doesn't die, you haven't completed your intended
Yeah.
quest.
Ooh.
He needs to
Then why
die
did we
for
even
this.
use this stupid rock?
Because Nonus is very much maybe a bit of a chaotic force here and doesn't want the curse to break, but he isn't going to lie to you.
Nothing
Alright, so
says
somebody needs to
change
go
like
collect the
lycanthropy.
rock.
I will not
Wait.
touch that cursed artifact.
Okay, sorry. Dolores is just gonna be like, well, if he is to die to break the curse, but also he's the one controlling, if he's no longer on this realm of existence, he can't have any direct control, could he?
Yeah, I think you have a point, but Kurt still would be a werewolf nonetheless. He would just not have a master.
Is that not the worst thing? Perhaps it'll give him some courage. Be positive growth of a good positive change.
As
Doubtful.
far as I'm aware, the abilities with the lycanthropy can still be managed. It's not as if it's fully uncontrollable for the wielder, right?
Well, you both clearly did not meet Kurt. And I don't think he would be happy with the outcome of his situation.
It still stands that it is going to be very difficult to do any sort of lethal action in this environment. I'm open to suggestions. But I'm too pretty to go to jail.
Can I insight check that? Is Davina too pretty to go to jail?
Yep. History.
Hell yeah.
History would work as well.
Oh, hell yeah.
Incorrect.
17.
Actually, no one is too pretty to go to jail because that law does not exist.
No, what she meant was she'd be.
You are
It's
aware
fine.
She's too pretty to be in jail.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You are aware that there is no laws in this land to say that a certain level of beauty does not get to go to jail? I'm sure
No,
prison
that's-
gobs would look just as lovely on you as that dress does.
Are you aware of any of the dynamics of being? Yeah, I'm not discussing this over dinner.
Can we
Technically,
somehow
dinner
use
is
like
over. This is the after party.
At this point, the group from the fair are gonna step up, and Brobot will just be like, "It is bedtime for them now. Bye, friends."
Good evening.
let's use then has distraction.
Vincent will also, sweep his hat off to you all. The filthy degenerate has been wearing his hat indoors.
Above table, we can go with that and just like last minute turn the right.
Okay. Okay.
It's possible.
Here's what I'm gonna do. See, I have this neat little thing called halfling nimbleness. Dolores is just going to quick, like as they're like getting up to leave. Since nobody else is doing any action and they're just kind of like bickering amongst each other's, she's going to sort of like hide amongst the bodies and use them to like move forward towards the direction that River left off at.
Okay.
Wink. Take bardic inspiration with you.
Technically, you could move straight through the space of this person and directly into and through the space of this person, and you might have a clear shot. Just to remind you all, you know that there is Oh no, never mind. That is this balcony. Ignore me. Yeah, but that'll be a stealth check if you want to, not be caught by the guard.
Okay. Just need to verify. Okay, awesome. So I do have disadvantage because I'm wearing scale mail.
Did you wear that to dinner? Oh no.
You told
Yeah.
everyone's
told them.
like, oh, you have to make sure to wear the armor. It's like, yeah, of
I
course I'm
didn't
wearing
say
the
that.
armor.
But okay.
Look, if I don't wear the armor, I'm going to have an AC of 13 with the shield.
Oh my
Man,
god.
I wonder what that would be like.
That's like John Javert
Oh.
level shit.
Yeah, and like even without the shield, as long as I'm wearing armor, I still have an AC of 15. Anyway, okay, if I use like the company as kind of like cover,
Yeah.
could we argue advantage?
We
If,
cancel out the disadvantage.
if you whisper to Brobot, "Help me out," he will absolutely help you out. And we'll give you, help.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, could you help me get? I need to get over to this wing.
Brobot is gonna help you out. So you're gonna sneak over, do your little regular stealth check.
Yeah, non-advantage, no proficiency, +1 dexterity.
Ooh. I'm gonna take the 15.
Ignore that because it is, yeah, so 15. I am still, just in case, I will still use the bardic.
Okay.
So 16.
Wonderful.
Oh my god.
If that doesn't pass, you get to keep the bardic.
As Brobot climbs up the last step, His foot catches on that step and he tumbles down and lands on his tummy. Ah! Robot
Oh.
has fallen! And everyone kind of stops and gathers round him. The herald turns to look.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that to just kind of like move like through units, just kind of like get past as everyone's like distracted.
Is my mainframe broken? I can see the light. And Vincent is literally just gonna like pick him up by grabbing his head and just lifting him up. It gets him on his feet. You're fine, robot. Let's go. And the group will continue onwards. I think that's a perfect time for a break.
Okay.
The healer with no weapons shall move forward.
Anything is possible with the power of Brobot!
Without
Yeah.
friendship.
Just so you all know, I have one offensive spell.
Great. I'm
Best of
coming for
luck.
you.
This is gonna be
Well, you just
terrible.
need to make sure that he gets in the gem, and then we can take the gem with us, and we can kill him somewhere else. Like, we don't have to kill him here, but we do have to do it soon. So we can just take the gem with us when we go.
Well, we'll pick this up again in a little bit. Yeah, so you have actually been through this area before, but you were in kind of a trance on your way in, and led by the party on the way out. So you're roughly familiar with the location.
Alright, good. I'll just kind of follow off of instinct, just like take the main hallway. And then I'm just gonna like look around corners, just see if I can spot River if he's walking, or if I can just kind of like see a general direction to go.
You hear dialogue coming from a room before you. Du-du-du. There's the door.
Okay. Yeah, if I hear something, I'm gonna go ahead and just like lean forward and try to like listen to the other side.
So, you're telling me that with this I could achieve my aims even quicker? Yes. We can do tremendous things together. Now I am back on this plane of existence. Our world will be our oyster.
Huh. That doesn't sound good. Can I crack? I am going to attempt to crack the door open. So I can like peek in. I'm just gonna like gently, like with my hands, just kind of like try to push the door in quietly.
You
That's
can
not good.
open it, but I will ask for a stealth check.
Could I argue sleight of hand because I am like trying to maneuver the door
I
quietly?
will allow that.
Okay. That would also mean that I don't have to worry about the annoying disadvantage on stealth.
Now I dare you to roll the stealth just to see. Yeah, with that, they both turn, and the devil says, "You are not subtle. Someone is watching." And you see River ducking out of your field of view, and next time you see him, he's much closer.
I am going to. Oh, hold on. 10 feet. Okay. Prestidigitate. I am. No, that's not. That's still too far away. Never mind. Prestidigitation sucks. Prestidigitation is the worst spell, actually.
Well, Sacred Flame is right there.
What are you talking about? I don't have Sacred Flame.
No, I'm just saying it's the worst spell.
Sacred Flame's not the worst.
It is if you're Shadowheart.
Stop playing Shadowheart then. And this is just a hallway. There's no like additional stuff.
Yeah. So, back from when you came, there's a hallway that leads to like the main part of River's chambers. There are inside that there are sofas, tables, big curtains, statues, things that you could hide behind.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna try to hide behind something.
Okay. So you're just gonna you need to sneak about 20 feet away to get back to that larger corridor and then find something to hide behind, so that will be a stealth check.
I have 25 feet of movement.
Cool.
So that gives me enough movement to be able to do something. Okay.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. That is a 9.
A 9 is not the worst.
I slide under a table and I'm just like, I do the Paul Blart slide where I make it a little distance and then I stop before I actually make it. So like as River's like approaching the door from inside of the room, I'm just like trying to scoop myself along the floor.
Yeah. So you make it that far. You hide under a table. It's a bit of a low table, so it does possibly offer you some cover.
With my halfling nimbleness.
But River ends up just standing at the door, opening it, sees no one, shuts it, and just murmurs, "I've not got fucking time for this. I have a pact to enter into."
Fuck.
So the door closes and then like he doesn't come out. I'm just like making another table. I hear the door shut. I'm just like
Yeah, you possibly hyperventilating like a little bunny.
Okay, I guess I'll go back and I'll listen at the door again. But this time I won't open the door. I'll just leave it closed.
What is your next move? Well, first there's a group that has proved to be quite a thorn in my side. I say that this evening we go over to their house and devour their prince. Princes taste rich. And there's a girl too. She will be a lovely dessert.
That's a little girl.
Okay, and so it's just them discussing like plans and like what they're going to do for the pact.
Yeah. Evil guys scheming evilly.
Spells. I did not take sending.
Well, that does open the question to the rest of the group. With the party beginning to wind down more and more, and Dolores not returning in the amount of time you would hope it would take to pick up a gem and walk back, what would the party be doing?
So is the door that Dolores and also Reed went down, is that the same door that my brother was escorted out of? AKA, could I use that as an excuse to go that way?
No, they went into opposite. They went into opposite
Mm.
ends.
Okay.
The door that they went leads to Rivers area, and the one that your brother went through leads to Austin's area.
Okay.
Okay. I've got something.
Ooh.
I've got something. I am going to cast my racial spell, Unseen Servant, that I can cast once per day.
Okay.
I am going to take a candle, and I am going to use prestidigitation to put words on the surface of the candle.
Okay.
And it is going to say, River making pact, gem not working, hurry. And it's gonna be in Comic Sans.
I like it. Old school message. And
I am going to give this candle with the words on it to the Unseen Servant, and I'm going to command it to spend its time dashing back to the party to deliver it to Anissa.
Fair. And I say you're standing there keeping watch. This is gonna sound stupid. Unseen servant is an invisible servant, right?
It is invisible, yes.
So a candle is just bobbing up towards you, unlit, presumably.
And well, yeah, I'm not gonna. Why would I light the candle with a message on
It
it?
could
Do
have
I
been
want
lit
the
already.
message to get? Why would I carry a lit candle in my pocket?
Why
better
don't
question.
you carry a paper and a pen?
Do you think paper is affordable in this economy?
I knew a wizard who died for that.
Not the ink again, all over.
Listen,
Okay.
the alternative was rip out a sheet from my prayer book, but I don't think I have any blank sheets of paper in a prayer book.
Cool. Brand new unlit candle bobs up towards Anissa. You see it like the way the style in which the letters have been written is almost offensive to your eyes. Bless you. But you read the message.
It says something in Elven, and then just starts walking towards River's Wing. I've been watching the guards for all of this time.
Yeah.
Picking up on how they're moving, how they're talking. I just want to use that and just walk past them like I'm part of them.
Fair enough. I'm gonna ask you to roll a performance.
Could I argue deception?
Yeah, fair.
Cool.
I was torn between the two
Sorry,
myself.
Bardic Inspiration. I was muted. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
That's useful.
Oh my god, you guys are
rolling
rolling
ones in my Bardic.
today.
I think
Apparently,
Every-
you get to
every
keep it
single
if you
buff
fail.
today has rolled a nat
Yeah.
1.
For up to 10 minutes, because it's still Bardic.
Oh, my mistake. Nonus rolled a 2 for Bardic.
Oh my god, today was not a day.
Yeah.
I just want to ask above table if Anissa shares the message before.
Oh yeah, we'll put the candle on the table so everyone else can see the message.
Can you bring
Okay.
it back? I kind of want to keep 10 candles. If you leave it behind, that's fine. I just need to know if I have to update my count on candles.
Does anyone bring it with them? I presume the rest of you gotta follow.
Yeah,
I mean,
What-
Nonus would grab it because we don't want this being seen
Yeah.
by
Mhm.
others.
Great. Anissa, you try and breeze past the guard. He is not having it. And just lowers his spear down in front of you to stop you in your tracks. And this, I assume, is when the rest of you would kind of meet up with Anissa as well.
Is this just like a single guard blocking our path?
Yep.
Excuse me, sir, but we need to move past. We have been invited for a little after party.
Raleigh, put a deception check, really.
Oh, you should have let me talk. Okay.
Just wait for another one.
For a,
I'll let the
for a
Birdman do
wizard,
it.
yeah, for
17.
Oh,
for a
good.
wizard, you are being an excellent rogue.
Look, this is a political intrigue campaign. Of course I'm going to have honeyed words for people.
The guard will excuse himself, raise his spear back up again, and allow you to pass.
Ah, the wall. I'm familiar with it.
The wall.
Nonus will toss the candle.
Okay, awesome. So I am going to. So during this time, like while waiting for them, has there been like any development on like the discussion inside, or?
The Glabrizu has been talking in quite explicit detail about how delicious babies are. But how the blood of a maiden is also quite satisfactory, and then now they are literally just shit talking Hayden, and they are considering whether or not she is indeed a maiden or if she's like her siblings.
She's 15!
He's evil.
So Anissa, or sorry, Dolores is gonna be there, and like when everybody comes, she's just gonna turn and be like, "Okay, so the the gem thing didn't work, and apparently whatever you spoke to is now being very chummy with River, and apparently they are setting a pact together to try to attack." Assault the manor tonight.
Cool. Mind yourself. Just excuse me. Gently
Yeah,
pushes past Dolores.
halfling. Well, no, like
Yeah.
just kind of like because I'm small, I just like
Yeah.
just like right between.
Cool. Unless you stop her, and this is kicking down the door.
Okay.
Can I cast bless while you're like
Wait,
moving
Wait,
by?
one moment. It might be good to get maybe one quick little spell in.
Fine.
Yeah.
Hurry up.
I'm just gonna bless Anissa.
Oh, whoops! I did not mean to click that. I meant to read what it did again.
I guess Anissa, Cain, and Nonus get bless,
Okay. Thanks.
Hell yeah!
and then I will mark myself off as concentrating for that.
What does plus
I-
do again?
You gain a D4 on all saving throws and attack rolls made.
Perfect.
And because this is probably a spooky creature, I'm going to use one of my sorcery points and twin spell heroism on Cain and Anissa also.
You have to touch, and this is a bit of a tight corridor.
Oh, we could squeeze, I'm sure.
Can we like? I feel like Anissa had to like Anissa charged past me like as we were leaving the table. I just would have done it there.
Okay,
It lasts.
fair enough.
Yeah.
And I want to use my symbiotic entity also before I come in.
So you're casting heroism on Cain and Anissa.
Yes.
That lasts for 1 minute. I don't really want to use it yet. It also creates dim light, so I don't think I want to do that.
You're also concentrating on that now.
Oh, it only lasts for 1 minute? Oh, never mind. We're just
No,
gonna
my
walk through the
thing
door.
only lasts. Yeah.
No, so does mine. Like, I thought it was up to 10
yeah.
minutes for some reason. Nope,
Let's
I'm
say
gonna,
No,
you just
I'm gonna
did
wait.
it 10 feet back.
I just did it.
Yeah, mine is also a minute, but
We can just bog jam.
Yeah, let's just go. Alright.
well, that's what Anissa was doing to begin with.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
up in that as well.
It was just a thumbs up.
Door, meet Anissa. It already is. The door is already scared of you because it's already witnessed an absolute fucking massacre in this room.
Is this a new chandelier?
It is a new chandelier!
I cast Shatter.
It's not quite as grand as the old one was. I'll say like hard stop here.
Oh, okay.
How tall is this room?
How tall
What's
is
the
it?
ceilings like?
Regular flat ceiling, 20 foot, no, 15 foot high, ceiling.
Okay.
You know, River is a bit extra. He likes quite a tall wall.
Yeah. As we enter, Nonus will fly up to be at 10 feet above.
Cool. Yep. You know, kicking down a door and marching in isn't a silent action, so these two will now take notice of you. I was wondering when you lot would catch up with me. So, ready for the final confrontation, are we, darlings?
Gives it a thumbs up.
I'm afraid I've become quite powerful as of late.
Maybe it wasn't a good idea to have given him the gem.
Oh,
I honestly should have known better than to trust a foul beast of fey origin.
I've butchered that shape, but it'll do.
Yes, you should never trust us. And now, Liberace is free once more to devour those in my preferred realm. Fairy blood is sweet. Oh yes, but there's something different about the air here. I will eat your sister piece by piece, redhead girl. But
Don't get too
first-
attached.
You trusted a demon named Liberace?
Devil, actually?
You trusted a devil named Liberace? Really?
Nonus is under the impression that they were some kind of fey creature.
Okay, so I have a spell I can cast. The second this Fae starts talking about my sister, I'm gonna cast Silence.
Ooh.
I will allow exactly only this action before we roll initiative.
Because this pissed me off really
You-
bad.
Okay,
Because there is fighting
just-
words.
Davina, just to let you know, Sarah,
Yes.
you are dropping heroism then.
Yeah.
Oh, Silence is not concentration. Is it?
Is.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Never mind. Then I
Cool.
can't do it.
In that case, initiative, please.
Yep.
Well, you... Shut the fuck up. Get
It
out
probably
of
would have been
here.
better, honestly, to do Silence, but I already used this stat on it, so it's fine.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Hello, initiative.
If Davina is faster than me.
Okay, Dolores, you rolled a nat 20. Do you want to stay where you are or move?
I'm gonna stay where I'm at, actually. Because this allows me to do something as well.
Well, it is your turn.
Perfect. So, fun fact, spiritual weapon is not concentration.
That is a fun fact.
Okay, so I'm going to move up 10, 15 feet here. And right between these two, I am going to cast and summon a spiritual weapon.
Mhm.
And it is going to be it's going to be a mace, but the mace is going to look like one of those honey dippers.
Okay. Oh yeah.
That is so that is a bonus action.
Where are you casting
And
it? Sorry.
sorry, right here, right between the two.
Cool. That's not what I wanted to show. That's the only token I really have, so I'll just use
That's
this. No, I don't want
Theater
something
of the
in
Mind. It
background.
looks like one of those like little honey dippers that the bee has. And I'll keep the 15, but I wanted to aim my attack at the devil.
Cool.
Oh, sorry, I don't know why I clicked that again.
15 does not hit.
That's fine. Okay, so I already used my bonus action, and as soon as I cast the spell, I can do it, and then I can make it. I can do that as a bonus action on the rest of my turns. Okay.
Cool.
So that is my bonus action. Just in case we need to do. No, because that's gonna eat my concentration. I do not have anything I can do as an action. So now I'm just gonna move back with the rest of my movement.
Cool.
And then I am going to actually take the dodge action.
Okay.
So attacks against me will have disadvantage if anyone aims something at me.
Cool. Anissa.
30. Pop myself there. There's some good options, but we're gonna try and be useful. I'm gonna try Fairy Fire on both of them.
Ooh.
So, well within.
What colour do you want it to be?
I know those are the options, but I was thinking just black and white.
Sounds good to me.
They both need to make a dex. That's a fail. Ah, damn it, that's a success. Oh well. And I'm concentrating.
Woo. Is that your turn?
Was close to failing as well. Yeah.
Now it's time for the Breezu, who is able to approach you just fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it's going to use its attack action, which is all of that. That is going
Okay.
to use 2 pincers.
Hit, miss.
And then it's going to cast a spell. The spell it's going to cast is. Sorry, wrong click. Dispel magic. I misread. It's going to dispel the fairy fire.
Okay.
Which I think gets rid of the effect too.
And anything 3rd level or lower goes poof, yeah.
I mean, okay.
So the spell happens after the attack, so the temp counts in purpose for working things out.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to guess the 28 hits and the 15 doesn't.
That is right. So that'd be 10 to my actual health.
And it's given you a nice hug.
Oh, for fuck's sake, it's another thing.
Again!
Well, it was nice playing in this up. I'll see you in the next cutscene.
Just as a reminder, because we did this like earlier in the day, and it's been a month since we last played. Everybody has 2 good berries.
Oh,
And eating them
Yeah.
yourself is a bonus action.
And it's 4 health whenever you eat it.
I mean, you still have bless and heroism.
No, it's dispelled effects on me. So those would drop
One
your other things.
creature.
No, one creature, object, or magical effect, and they targeted the fairy fire,
Ah,
so you
yeah.
still have heroism.
My
And bless.
And
That was
grapple.
because the dispel magic was only targeted at River, right?
Yeah.
Still,
And on River's turn, they are going to use a fun little thing that they can do.
Right.
Within 60 feet, so it's gonna pop it here. And oh yeah, I need to open that. And that's gonna be River's turn. Well, no, River's gonna move back a little bit. There's a mace. Nonus.
Well. Time to do some math, I guess. My favorite thing in D&D. I love right-angled triangles. Thank you, Pythagoras.
The OG.
Your theorem has helped me in more ways than you could ever know. Well, I think I'm gonna get this up before anything else. Well, Nonus will present the symbol of the traveler as he will say, may their blessings be upon us. So I'm going to use my Channel Arcana to have Twilight Sanctuary come up. I'll do that now, so I have used my action. 30-foot circle, and then I'll change the color here in a minute. I just want to then fly a little bit forward. And I don't have any good use for my bonus action, so that'll be it, and I will gain 9 temp HP.
Cool. Davina.
Okay, first I'm gonna move up a little bit. Just to here. That puts me. Okay. I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
And you let me know if this is a charm effect, because I am able to do charm effects with advantage if I use my flute to cast them, but I don't think it counts.
Well, Dissonant
Or
Whispers is an attack roll anyway.
Well, no, it's I'm able to impose disadvantage on the save.
I wouldn't count it as charm though.
Cool.
Who's the target?
The one that is within range. This guy.
The Glibruzy. Wisdom. Damn. Unfortunately, it also has.
Okay, come on. Still failed.
Still fails.
Still failed.
So he takes the damage, and then he has to move his reaction away,
And what is
which
the
will, I think,
damage?
trigger an attack of opportunity, maybe? I don't know if he takes people with him.
Well, no, he's currently grappling Anissa.
3d6 damage. 3d8, my bad. Clicked the wrong row.
3d8. Oh, so
No, it's 3d6. I clicked the wrong row when I was doing it.
Yeah.
Because I do it by popping out the dice roller panel. And it has to use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Okay. Its speed will put it all the way in the corner of the room, climbing over furniture to get away from you, but as it's grappling, it's going to take Anissa too.
Whee!
Okay. I was hoping it would maybe drop Anissa, but that's fine. And that's my turn.
Congrats!
Just
Have
getting
8
closer.
temp HP.
Anissa's just getting closer to where she wants to be anyway, so. The swarm is next. Wouldn't you know they can fly?
Oh,
Yep, they have a 50-foot fly speed.
uh-oh. SpaghettiOs.
The wolves can fly.
It's going to do its attack action, which first is going to be Icy Doom, which only targets you.
DC 14 con save. I have an okay con.
You
I can't
have,
get to that
Hold
with
on.
the bless.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you still have the bless.
So I'm just gonna take it.
That was an incredibly lucky roll.
Yeah, that didn't even get through my temp HP.
And then it's going to make 3 bite attacks all at you.
I'm going to use shield
Okay,
as a reaction.
that's probably a good idea.
Because if not, all of them would hit, but now they all miss because of shield.
A swarm of ghosts batters uselessly against you. Cain.
I am also frightened of it, and then I have a level of exhaustion.
Oh, yes.
Where's the exhaustion tracker?
No idea.
There it is. Core, I now have 1 level of exhaustion.
And you're frightened. Cain.
Finally. How far in the air is the wolves?
It's matching Nonus, so it's 10 feet.
10 feet.
Okay.
You could walk under it and stab it. It's not
I'm gonna
out of
move
reach.
here. And let me just check something. Yeah. For what? Okay. I'm gonna go here then. Okay. I'm gonna use Dust Devil on River. So it's a sorry, it's a strength saving throw, and you see King would take his gloves on, both, and he with the long nails he would just like cut his palm of his hand, and his blood will like turn into gas into this mist, and he just like kill and breathe resurrection, and it's like a mess of blood going around him. It's a 5 feet range.
It's going to take me a sec to scroll there, but I have the perfect token for this.
Old reliable.
Okay, so at the end of River's turn.
Yeah. And with my bonus action, I'm going to use Shillelagh just in case.
Fair enough. Dolores.
Cain, you will have 9 temp HP.
Yeah, I'll keep mine, but thanks.
Oh, well, hold on. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to use a bonus action. I'm going to move the mace. I'll move the mace over to River, and then I'll make an attack.
It's not letting me move the mace.
It's not letting me move the mace.
Ooh.
I found the golden spot where the mace can exist. 16 does hit River.
Okay. So that is 5 points of force damage. How far can I throw?
Depends on what you're throwing.
A pouch.
Don't think there's a ruling for that. Tell you what, roll an unarmed attack, and if it meets or beats the AC, then you hit your target.
No, I'm not throwing it at. I'm not throwing it at River. I'm throwing it at the Dust Devil.
Yeah, that still applies. And let's say the AC is 10, because that's the standard AC for, non-magical stuff.
Yeah, this is gonna suck then. Okay, so I'm not proficient with unarmed, so this is just gonna be a flat strength roll. Cool. And with -1.
Your pouch
so
hits your targets.
This is gonna monetarily suck for me. I am throwing a pouch of powdered silver at the Dust Devil.
Ooh.
Because as per the spell description of Dust Devil, if it picks up any kind of sand, dust, loose dirt, or small gravel, it forms a cloud of debris around itself.
Ooh.
That is very correct.
So now there's just a cloud of swirling powdered silver around this Dust Devil.
Which means that they're heavily obscured.
Yeah.
Very nice. Anything else?
Well, I'd also argue that it's probably not safe to keep standing there to breathe in silver, but
No.
that's my action, that's my full movement, and that's my bonus, so that is the end of my turn.
Anissa.
Okay, well, I'm not removing myself from this grapple because it makes no damn sense. We'll pop a healing word though, because I'm
Ouch.
a frontliner.
Yep.
then we're going to Sacred Flame. That doesn't require an attack roll. Dexterity save, please. For 13 radiant. God damn it. Oh well.
Good job, Shadowheart.
That's all I can do.
Cool. Well, it's already got you right where it wants you. It's got one pincer occupied for grappling you, so it can only do one pincer attack.
That hits.
And then with a spell, it's going to try and cast Confusion on Dolores. So that will also
Sorry,
capture Cain.
What?
Josh, don't forget that because of heroism, you do gain temporary hit points
Yeah,
equal
I've
to
got it
Davina's.
marked.
Yeah, that's per turn.
Appreciate the
Cool.
reminder.
They don't
That-
stack, and it's 5 every turn.
What is this? A wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Would you
Oh,
consider
sorry.
this a fear effect? Or... No. Okay, I got this.
Dolores would have also gained temp HP from Nonus. 11 temp HP.
Damn.
Okay.
Because you're in my Twilight Sanctuary.
Yeah, so that's an 18.
Cool. Cain, you also need to roll because it's a 10-foot radius spear centered
Okay.
on Dolores. Nice.
Yeah, I think I pass.
You both pass, so I think that means nothing happens.
Yep.
It's quite a meaty spell list. But a 27 still hits Anissa.
Mhm.
Oh no, you're grappled.
Double grappled.
No,
Anyway.
well, the pincers can only grapple one target. Well, I think it's like a choice. Like, is it really going to waste both of its pincers to grab?
Nah, I was just being sarcastic.
Mhm.
River Reed is going to emerge feral from the swirling mass of silver. It's clear he's actually taken a couple of points of damage from being in this silver because his face is full of micro cuts, which are shining, making him look like a particular breed of vampire from last decade. He is going to use a fun little spell he just picked up. He's going to aim one at Cain and one at Nonus. So the one on Cain hits.
Okay.
5 force damage.
Great.
Nonus.
Hmm. I gotta read some spells. Probably should have been doing this before. What's this? Is this a bonus action? No, it's an action. I think I'll take my once per day cast of Gust of Wind, as I'm going to put I need a square. Nope. I want to draw a rectangle. That's what I'm trying to do. Do it from like behind me. 60 feet long, 10 feet wide. So I don't know if that's 60 feet wide, but you get the idea. Of just this gust of wind is now blowing at the dog,
Okay.
or the spectral wolves.
Cain's also going to be affected by that.
I am 10 feet in the air.
Oh yeah.
So it will affect the chandelier, though.
The chandelier.
It seems that the fastening has been reinforced, but it flutters angrily and rattles.
Yeah, so Nonus will just bat his wings, and suddenly the stream of air just begins.
And all you can hear is from the chandelier.
So that's going to be my turn. I now have that up, and that is the spell I'm currently concentrating on.
Okay.
And with that, I will get more temp HP again, because I don't need to end. I don't need to end an effect that is going to be ended in like a turn.
Turn?
Yep.
Davina.
Okay, fuck. I really don't want to get any closer to this fucking situation. But I also... These spells don't go that far. I guess it's time for me to pick up the stupid... And, so, I want to know... What height is all this stuff? Like, I can see over this, right? I mean, I can see it on the map, so I'm just double checking.
It's
The bookshelf goes to the ceiling?
You can see it on the map because I can't be fucked to activate dynamic lighting.
Okay, I thought like some of the stuff is like dresser level or like table level, so I wasn't sure like how tall that was supposed to be. So it's supposed to be.
Yeah, the bookshelf is a couple of feet taller than yourself, so you cannot currently see your target. Really.
See over it. Totally cool. Okay. If I go here, then I'll be there. If I go here, but then it's gonna put me. Okay, I don't want to go that way. What's my speed again?
30, I'd assume.
Yeah. Okay. Go my speed to there. Then that puts me. I'm fine.
Okay.
That's okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to click that. I was trying to open the info panel. It's 30 feet. It's too far anyways. Okay, yeah, I guess I'm casting Dissonant Whispers again. On River Reed this time.
Okay.
Fuck that guy in particular. So he gets to run into his speed away from me. Literally putting him in a corner.
Yep.
It's not a great roll. Okay, I have one Bardic Inspiration left. Has everyone used theirs? I'm not seeing the markers that we used for them last time, so I just want to make sure nobody has it.
I used mine on the stealth check.
Still got mine.
Someone still has one, yeah.
Okay. Alright, you're going through it. So, Nonus, so I'm going to give you Wink, Bardic Inspiration.
To who?
Hooray.
Cool.
Nonus.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Cool. How much temp HP do you get?
You may have 8 if you need more, or if that's bigger. Dogs need to take a strength saving throw.
You've been waiting for that for a while.
I am also no longer frightened of them because it was until the start of my turn,
And that
or start of their next turn.
does not beat your DC.
Spell save DC 17, so they go 15 feet back.
Whoosh.
And this gust of wind is technically difficult terrain.
Okay.
I know they have more than enough speed to get back, but
still, yeah, it's the principle. It's going to move over here, or getting out, obviously. Roll for recharge. Nope.
Oop.
It's going to try and nom you. Oh!
Ouch! It's gonna hurt.
well, I can silvery barbs one of those crits.
I would recommend that.
Yeah. So
No,
I use
I
my
say-
reaction to silvery barbs one of the crits.
Now, hold on. Now,
What a
hold on.
conversion!
What if we just let it play out and you roll a new character?
I have had Nonus for 2 minutes, and we will now want to get rid of him.
So I can't block the 16 because that goes over my AC. So 1 crit and the 16 go through.
That is the 16. And
Oh, I don't like that text that actually is on there, because that means that the crit,
Yeah, the crit's gonna put me prone.
which means you also
take
fall.
1d6 damage.
Yep.
So I go to 1 temp HP, and then how much is that? 6.
12 and 8,
12
so that's
plus 8.
20 points of damage.
And then
Okay,
3
so
from
I
falling.
reduce that by 1, so I'm going to have boop, and I fall to the ground, taking another 3.
Yep.
1d6, yeah, 3.
Oh, whoops. Ouchie. So I also need to take a couple concentration
Yep.
checks. First one is I took 20 damage, so halved is still DC 10. No, my gust of wind is gone.
And you already used the bardic I gave you?
I'm honestly not too at issue if I lose gust of wind,
Okay.
to be completely
Cool,
honest.
just reminding you that you have it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think I'd prefer to save it in case I need to take another saving throw, because I am very hurt. The dogs are barking.
It's okay, I got this.
Cain, there's a problem nearby.
Yeah. Okay. With my bonus action, I want to move the self level to corner river, like right here. I cannot move it. Okay, thanks. Actually, 5 feet left.
I've made it so you can control it now.
Thank you. And I'm gonna move here. And you see, this is new. You never see Cain doing this, but Cain will like roll his sleeve a little bit, and he'll make like a cut along his arm, and then blood will start like gushing out, start leaking quite a lot, and drench his arm and hands, and start dripping so much that it starts to shape into a whip made of blood, and he's going to attack the dogs, the wolves, with that whip for 24.
Dope. 24 definitely hits.
For 12 plus my halo of Born. Let's say that 50. Wow, 6. So 18 damage.
Nice. Decent amount, decent amount. Anything else?
Yeah, that's all.
Cool. Dolores.
Okay. Anissa looks like that she can handle it at least for a little bit. Spiritual weapon, move up 15 feet to attack River, and because spiritual weapon does not require sight to attack, it does not get disadvantage from obscurity.
Awesome.
19 to hit, and that is going to do 6 force damage.
Nice, nice.
Slowly, that 1d8 I'm rolling is going up by 1 point each. Then I'm going to move 10 feet here. I'm gonna just kind of like get over to Nonus and just be like, we still need you up. And then I am going to lay a hand and use a level 2 cure wound. For a total of 14 healing.
That's 16.
No, 14.
Oh, 6
Oh,
plus 6
yeah,
plus
16.
4?
Sorry. I
16.
don't know where I got 14.
The 4. I'd have done that.
Nonus is definitely looking a lot better now.
Anything else, Dolores?
That was my bonus action. That was my action. That was 10 feet of movement. Just in case, I am going to move 15 feet just so I can be tentatively, like, still near Anissa, just in case, but also be nearby the other people.
Cool.
And that'll be my full movement. Yeah.
Anissa.
Okay.
Here, have some temp HP if you need it.
That's less than what I got, so.
Let's start with a second level, please. No, ignore the 5, that's just 8.
Okay.
Bonus. And then we're gonna do that. Can it make an intelligence saving throw? That is not leveled up from the. Nor does it have the proper DC, so it's DC 6. Doesn't matter anyway.
Sorry.
That's my turn. Oh no, don't apologize.
Stop using spells against the magic resistance.
I can't stamp the fucking thing.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Oh well, whatever. That's my turn.
It's grabbing you. It's not holding your arms or anything.
No,
True,
it's
but
just
I
like
know
got
my
around your
luck.
waist.
Yeah, you're playing into your luck.
You have bless.
Oh,
You have a
shit.
sword.
Oh well, fuck it. That's my turn.
You sure? I'm willing to retcon this if you want to stab, because
Nah, I made.
This is
I
if
made
you
a
want to
mistake
do a
and I forgot.
cutscene, you can have your cutscene.
No,
Hey.
I made a mistake and forgot. I will live with it.
Fair
Out
enough.
of character. This is why the Emperor died under Anissa's care.
Damn.
Harsh, but
I'll remember that. Anyway, hit me with it.
One pincer, one hit.
Yep. So that's 14 not health. Okay.
And then it's going to dispel the dust devil.
Ooh. Fuck.
That'll be its turn. River is going to step up slightly more, looks around at the battlefield, and is going to target Nonus, Cain, Dolores, and Davina.
Damn.
With a
Oh, it's fireball.
everyone's favorite spell.
This is fine.
Well, I
Nonus and
really-
Cain, remember that you have bless.
yeah, I do have that up.
Yeah,
That's exactly 17, so I don't need to use bardic.
Oh, I have 60. No.
That's a. Well, hey, at least you got close. I got 7.
So I take 12.
I take the full brunt, so that's all of my temp HP plus an additional 13 damage to me.
Yeah, I have to make
And you have
math.
to make a con save.
Con save, which means I have to roll 10.
9.
I pass.
Cool. Davina, you need to make one too. I think that
21?
saves.
Yeah, I only took 10 damage, so I only needed to roll like a 10.
With his
So I mean, I took half damage, not only 10 damage.
with his free action, a River is just going to say, "I wonder how good your sister will taste barbecued." Nonus.
I make a Vogo gesture that all of you are surprised that I know.
Well,
You're
Nonus,
singed,
first things
you're
first.
prone.
Time to get up off the floor.
Get on your feet. Can you make that with half of your movement gone already?
Oh shoot, that's right. Never mind.
Also, would it be an attack of opportunity because the wolves got
Dogs are
pulled
10
with
feet in
Thorn
the
Whip?
air.
No, Thorn Whip. Or
Oh.
Dripping Whip, I guess.
Hmm?
Oh, I thought it worked like Thorn Whip, that it would do pool.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Alright.
Okay.
Dogs are 15 feet or 10 feet in the air. I'm gonna head over here.
Hide behind the healer, good choice for your HP.
Hide by the healer. I will then.
Does that mean you go
pop-
prone again?
I want these dogs gone. I'm throwing a 3rd level guiding bolt at River.
Fair, fair.
28 hit.
28 hits.
This is cast at 3rd level. He can take. Or they can take. What's
21.
that? 21 radiant damage. And they are now outlined for the next attack to have advantage.
And they look fabulous.
With silver embedded in their flesh,
Yeah.
glowing by being like hit by a guiding bolt.
Is that your turn?
Yes, because I don't have anything I can do with my who's it? So I'm gonna gain 7 temp HP.
Davina.
I'm not getting that 25 gold pieces back.
This is the ink all over again.
It's like that crate of onions. They're never coming back.
Why do I lose things?
Davina?
I am going to cast Silence. You want to talk about my sister? Come over here and talk about it. And I'm going to cast Silence in his corner, so that he is either forced to not be able to cast spells, or have to come and say it to my fucking face.
Shut up your mouth.
Alright, so
Let's
you're
see,
dropping
I'm-
heroism.
Yeah, sorry. Let's see, let's try to find a
Okay.
good circle.
Can
in
you put
here.
it like here so then he can also not cast spells?
But then Anissa wouldn't be able to
Stupid
either.
devil.
And then
Yeah,
kind of needs
well,
to heal.
I got an. Anissa has bonus action with the good berries, so she still has another 8 health, and then I can also manage.
Is that guy actually casting spells? Because it seems like he's just like clawing at people. I mean, he had
literally
had
casts
Dispel Magic, but-
confusion and dispel magic.
Oh, it's not showing
Twice.
Dispel Magic.
Yeah.
Okay, well, is Dispel Magic purple. Okay, cool.
Oh, I could have ate a
Let's
good
see.
berry. Oh well.
Trying to limit his fucking options. I also don't want. I guess if River's in the corner, he's okay. This is the 20-foot circle I want to cast for silence.
You sure? You okay with that, Josh?
It's not my decision.
That's fair. It's just the polite way of
Sorry.
saying hell yeah.
The spells are fucking us up.
Don't
I was peer
apologise to
pressured
me.
into also getting the devil into it. I initially wasn't going to cover him, so.
Alright, all three
Okay.
of them are.
Has this circle been marked? Because I'm not actually marking this.
I'm not bothering to mark the circle, I'm just marking that they're silenced.
Okay. Because basically the circle stays as long as I'm concentrating on it.
Oh yeah, that's the point.
That's why I was noting it.
I'll do a very vague circle. It's roughly
Cool.
the area.
Basically, like, they have to be, like, on top of the couch or in this corner to evade it.
Yeah. Is that your turn?
I moved a little bit. I'm gonna move a little bit more. Make it really annoying to grab me in group stuff. And I'm out of Bardic Inspiration, so yeah, that's all I can do.
The swarm is going to float down. First it's gonna try recharge. Nope. It's gonna try a nom 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 on Cain. It's just got progressively worse.
The two.
That is 21 damage.
21?
21.
Yeah, I'm down.
I feel like you should have taken some temp HP from the last turn. I don't know if that was added or if that was taken away.
Yeah, that comes back every
Davina.
turn.
Yeah.
It's how much? 5?
5, that's my modifier.
Okay, so yeah, I'm literally 5.
Cool. Cain.
Okay, wow, fuck. Okay. The best defense is attack. I will Dream Whip the dogs again. So 24, 15. I don't have symbiotic entity anymore, but I'm gonna use my reaction to Halo Spores.
Meets it, unfortunately.
Yeah, and with my bonus action, I'm going to use Healing Word on myself. Just a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna eat the berry. One berry.
Alright, yeah, that's a flat 4.
I'm going to use. Sorry, I forgot to click Twilight Sanctuary. So, Davina would have 6 temp HP.
What about Cain?
Thank you.
Cain, at the end of your turn, you can have 8 from Nonus's.
Okay. Thanks.
Unfortunately,
all.
it doesn't stack with heroism, but.
Well, heroism's gone anyway now.
Alright.
Yeah.
Dolores.
Cool. I have a 3rd level spell that can help with this. As I target all of my allies because they are all within range of me. Yeah, 40, 10, 5, 25. You're all within range. So, 3rd level spell, bonus action, mass healing word. Everybody regains 10 HP.
Do I need to hear?
No. The only limitation is that I have to see you.
Oh yeah, it's one of those. It's healing word.
Yeah.
Doesn't. I'm gonna complain because it makes no sense, but I'll take it anyway.
You don't have to hear the magic word, they just have to be able to say the magic word.
I just have to be able to say it. That's the only limitation. So that's 10 HP recovered for everybody. That is my bonus action still. With my line of sight, how badly injured does Anissa look?
Okay.
She just looks okay. She doesn't look like she's bloody or about to pass out.
Nah, she's doing alright.
Some.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to determine if I have any other actions. Which I actually don't. And because I use the bonus action, that means I can't control spiritual weapon. Okay, then I am actually going to move 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, you know what? I'll dash. And I will get up to River.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's gonna have to be my turn.
Anissa.
Cool.
Don't forget.
So I'm just. Pardon?
Never mind.
Oh, my bad. I'm just gonna stab because everything I have is verbal. So
Yes. Do the stabbies.
Finally, the stabby.
I'm at disadvantage because I'm the ground.
But you are blessed.
I am blessed.
That is a hit.
Fucking hell. I don't believe it.
Do you attack just once?
I've only got one attack.
It's a good attack. It does what it's set out to do.
Oh, it's the 8 is non-magical, if that helps. The 5 is.
Cool. I will
That's it.
take that into account. At this point, realizing that you're not quite as much of a threat as some of the others, the Galbrizi is literally just going to throw you onto the sofa, ungrapple you, and begin moving forwards.
So I can attack it?
Oh yes.
Yay.
Can they fit through this gap?
Just pushes the table.
Yeah, it's just gonna push the table away.
Do you have to take difficult terrain by climbing over whatever that is?
It doesn't give a shit about the upholstery. Like River, as the head upholsterer, is not too happy, but that is going to be the Gabrizu's turn. River is going to begin to warp, and you see Dolores in front of you. It's just growing huge wolf-like fangs as River begins to morph into the werewolf form and proceeds to try and bite you.
Yeah, 20. I think a 20. Let me double check.
Well, that's a box. That's not
Unfortunately,
why.
it isn't. Unfortunately, this isn't my plate armor made Warforged. So yes, a 28 does hit me.
Well,
Well, actually, let's have another roll there because I'm within range to
I was
try
just
and
checking
stop
that.
that.
are you gonna do an
Yeah.
Too
SB?
far.
I'm gonna throw silvery barbs. Yeah.
Oh, it
Alright,
went to 11.
11 no longer hits me.
Because
I
River
will
Reed
give.
is currently transforming. He's susceptible to silvery barbs.
Yeah,
Still
I'm gonna
quite
give
novel.
Anissa advantage on their next whatever.
And it'll be River's turn and Nonus.
Well, I have big scary person coming at me, so it's time to move away from that. Get a nice line of sight, and hey, River, eat moonbeam, idiot.
Dumbass.
I need an ellipsis, and I just get to make a silly little circle, and plop that right there, and yeah, we're gonna hit him with the moonbeam. DC 16 con save for River.
Rip.
Well, damn.
Doesn't a
Oh,
shape changer make you a
disadvantage
disease?
because you're a shape changer.
Yes.
Oh shit!
That fails, and you also turn back. You also turn back into your human form.
Oh shit!
11 damage, 11 more radiant damage, and turned back to regular human form.
So it takes 11 damage.
As the pale light of the traveler rains down.
Cool. That was a well-chosen spell.
It's on my Twilight Domain spell list.
Against
Very
werewolves, that's like and vampires. Honestly, that's one of the best spells you could have.
Well, I'm also then going to, because I only move 15 feet, go another 10 feet into the air to try and not get attacked by this very mean-looking idiot running at me. So,
That's fair.
where's the flight thing? Yeah, I'm going 10 feet in the air.
Cool.
And then that's going to be turn for me, so I will roll for temp HP and get an extra temp HP out of the deal.
Davina.
So by your estimation, because I know you drew this circle kind of just willy-nilly, is our devilish friend in silence, or is he out of silence?
I would say in
Yes, I should
silence. I've put
In silence.
this buff on. If the buff's gone, it's not silenced.
Okay, well here's what I'm gonna do then. Let's see. Okay, and this is a creature, so cool. And
Oh shit, it's actually a demon.
Ah, get fucked.
cool. So I'm gonna move to right here. Right here. Thank you. And just double checking distance on that. Great. So I'm going to prepare an action, and the second that this creature steps outside of the silence, I'm going to cast Thunderwave.
Cool.
And that's it.
That poor chandelier.
Still doesn't recover its icy doom, so it's just gonna keep nomming down on Cain.
Just the first one.
For 10.
Oh, okay, so 2.
And then it's your turn.
Okay,
If 7's
Oh.
better for you, Davina, take 7 instead of whatever temp HP I've given you.
How is this motherfucker wolf look like?
Well, it looks like just a tangling mess of like wolf faces constantly swarming around one another and all gnashing to get at you. But they don't look
Oh my
particularly
God.
happy right now. But if it had blood, it wouldn't be bloodied.
Okay. Uh, 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 uh. Okay, I'm gonna cast. No. Okay, let's see the range of this. It's 10-foot radius. How much is this? Hmm. Ah, fuck. Uh, I gonna use bite and deafness on the wolf.
On the swarm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Constitution saving throw.
It succeeds.
Oh fuck. Great. And I'm gonna eat another berry. So plus,
That's a good choice.
+4.
yeah.
That was the last one. Okay, first off, bonus action, mace, catty corner to river, swing.
Miss.
13, damn, okay. That's fine.
Would that be advantage? Because it looks like River's still sparkling from the.
No, guiding bolt is until the end of your next turn after you
Oh,
use guiding bolt.
so it wouldn't be. Yeah.
Oh, so it
Yeah.
would have run out. by now.
I went to double check just in case, but yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm going to grapple River.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll athletics.
Yep.
9.
So River could choose athletics or acrobatics.
Yes, that is your choice.
River has an 18 strength, so.
Damn it!
Oh
Just
my
made
god!
it. That is my action, and that was my bonus action. So I think I'm going to stay here.
Yeah, probably for the best. Anissa.
You know what? I like the style. I'm gonna change completely what I was gonna do. I'm gonna go join. Yeah, I'm gonna try and grapple.
Okay.
So it's athletics on my part.
Yeah.
I'm not blessed still, am I?
Yeah, you are.
Does bless even matter for this?
No, bless does not matter because bless only
Yeah,
affects
thought so.
attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay, well.
Now who's grappled? River is grappled. And
I showed you, demon.
As River is now restrained and the end of the session time has come, I think it's best we end it right there. And you all go away and think about how you want to deal with that. And
I don't know. Adding a second boss to this boss fight probably was not the best idea.
Probably.
But it was a great idea.
I think it's a good idea considering that if it was just River, this
We would gank the shit.
Our damage would have just been entirely soul focused on him. So.
And think of like this is a great fight, so will probably give more XP.
Yep, so once River is dead, you will also level up, so I would put some thought into what you want to do next level. Because
We just killed the river right now.
Let's do it now.
because it's very
Go long,
likely
go
long.
that will, it's very likely that will happen, you know, towards in the first half of next week's session. So obviously you're not leveling
Decide
up
what
right now,
spells
so
I want.
don't change anything. I'll
He's
be
almost
watching.
there.
Think about what you want and use it as extra motivation to think about how you want to end the fight. Anissa, you're in a great position right now. But thank you all for this week. And have a
Thank
good
you.
week.